Welcome to your Inspirational Astrology Horoscope for Thursday, January 30th, 2014. I'm astrologer David Palmer, the Leo King, here to illuminate the collective consciousness. Well, tomorrow's my big February webinar at 10 a.m. Pacific. I'm taking registrations until 9 a.m. Pacific to email you the link. So if you've already got a link, I'm sending it late tonight, but by tomorrow, you've got till 9 a.m. and I'll send it right before we start at 10 a.m. Pacific. I hope to see you there. And let's talk about this new moon in Aquarius. It's called a supermoon. This is the second new moon happening in the month of January. Big deal. Well, I think it's an even bigger deal because we are about to end a 40-day, 40-night cycle of Venus, but not until tomorrow. So this is a weird new moon as it's trying to give us this electricity, these new beginnings, but I think that we are almost there. You know, don't let this total new moon be like, we've made it the new moon. Well, we've got Mercury, which is leaving Aquarius in a day. We've got Venus, which is going to go direct. So this is a seeding of the new door opening, and I think it's a great epiphany that's coming our way. Uranus is in a perfect sextile with the moon and the sun, and it's making this really electric aha energy come in. I think today is a day to kind of get it, to pull yourself out of those, you know, darker feelings or uncomfortable feelings that we've had to go through. A dark moon in Capricorn is not easy, you know? This week was a lot of chugging along and trying to get through and opening up our emotions, trying to understand how we feel. Not easy to understand how you feel when you got Jupiter opposing Pluto in Capricorn Cancer on top of a Venus direct, kind of like trying to go direct energy. I mean, it's just, the universe is shifting and putting us through really, you know, challenging circumstances and understanding our feelings, understanding, you know, what direction we're going to take. But I feel that today in this new moon is starting to see the aha, especially as Mercury is at 29-degree Aquarius. It's ready to get out of, you know, Aquarius, and our calculators and our, you know, energy, especially when you add this surge of a new moon in Aquarius, there's a jolt today that starts. The electricity turns back on. The unpredictability is way heightened. I feel that this new moon is really going to excite your senses, really start to bring you energy that you never thought was possible, especially after you probably felt really weird over the last 48 hours. Because that new moon, or that new moon energy really has been trying to turn on, and it juices up today. But we got to talk about Venus on Pluto. It's exposing a lot in relationships. It's exposing our feelings, especially of how we feel, because it is opposing Jupiter. There's so many emotions on the table right now. And these epiphanies today really give us this aha. This new moon energy also lets us detach from those feelings of control that we might need so much of. I feel that we've really highlighted the energy of control. Like, are we trying to control our lives in certain places? Are we remembering that everything is happening for a reason, that destiny is really stepping into our lives, and there's a reason for it. The relationships, the things we're manifesting, we're all at very destined moments. And if you watch my Venus retrograde special, which is on my special reports on my front page, I talk about the 8-year cycle that we're starting to complete here. And, you know, this is a lot of seeds that are trying to sow this beautiful new energy to spring your life in. And it's been about allowing these things to happen. And Mars, which I think is going to be the story of February coming up because it's in a shadow period and it's getting ready to go retrograde in March, our actions, our masculine energy is really starting to slow down, and our feminine energy is dead stopped. This is really weird energy for relationships to be in, really karmic circumstances that don't happen normally. And this new moon is going to highlight that stuff. This new moon is going to bring you maybe this alien understanding to, holy cow, this is why I'm in these situations. This is why I am drawing these reflectors in my life. This is why I'm at this place. I feel that today we start to get it. We start to understand. I don't think the whole puzzle, but I definitely think that we start to see light at the end of this tunnel. We start to open up our perception now to aha, I get this. I'm starting to see it, and disconnect from the energy that we've been stuck in. This is like the universe finally disconnecting part of the trailer or heavier weight on our life and allowing us to start to move into this new energy. It's like when you wait at line for Best Buy on, Black Friday, finally we're moving. Even though I've never done that, and I would never be the person on the whole planet that would go through any of that crap because I could give a flying F about that. But Good analogy. And that's what this new moon is about. The excitement of you walking in, of you walking into this new portal. We don't officially walk in though. It's that moment today of aha. I'm glad I waited here because I know I'm finally moving into something I wanted to go into. I'm moving into what I wanted to connect with. And I think it was difficult to understand why we were at these positions over the last couple days. And it's this shock to the system today. It's this shock to our reality that goes, holy cow, this is it. Because when you got Uranus involved too, and you got Pluto-Uranus squaring, this is about breaking these old restrictions, breaking these systems of control and stepping into what we want and moving into the energy by a connection with spirit, a connection with allowing the flow to happen. The story is going to start to shift into this Pisces energy in the next couple days, and it's this Aquarius energy which shocks us to allow these spiritual energies to become super heightened and super aware, for us to see more signs than we ever have. I think there's been lots of signs in our life, but we're still trying to figure them out. And especially, this is really going to highlight in the next 24 hours, the relationship energy. It's really going to highlight what we're manifesting. And a new moon is usually about new beginnings, and especially in Aquarius. But this one is a delayed show, or I would say a two-part show, kind of like Sound of Music, 2 tapes. Tape 1 is today, tape 2 is this weekend. And I think that we're about to enter tape 1. So load it up. Remember that this is about disconnecting from the energy that does not serve you anymore, but connecting with the energy that does. Connecting with the alien energy of reinvention, of new, of going for what you want, because this is the only new moon that is just purely connected with Uranus. It doesn't really connect with anything else. Sure, it does make a weird inconjunct over to Jupiter, which is about opening up our feelings, but it's through this disconnection to ones that I think do not serve us anymore, ones that we might not fully understand, ones that are based off trying to control every situation to be the way we want. Why don't we just go free into what we've been dealt with? Let's electrify with what the universe has given us, and let's make the most of it. Let's take this and see what this portal was all about, because it's been too hard to understand as we've been stuck outside waiting in line. Check out my website, inclusiveastrology.com, if you want to do a one-on-one reading, or if you just want to chat it up, David Palmer at inclusiveastrology.com. Thank you so much for all of your support, and I will see you for the big weekend forecast, and hopefully see you in my webinar tomorrow.